Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 23rd, 2022 new moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Capricorn, before we begin this reading, let us ask God, Source Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, to bless us, guide us, leading us in love, peace, and harmony, keeping all that is hateful, hurtful, and negative from us. So let's see the energy that we are to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Lord. Now, this is Aries energy, but this is just a very domineering force. It is a sense of this is the way it has to be. There's a rigidity. There's I'm seeing like a very like sterile energy to this. Like it has to be very clinical, very, very precise, very just like this. It's also very, very masculine energy, but it's not in the good sense. It's not like beautiful masculine energy. It is that domineering masculine energy that's coming forward. So just be very mindful of this. Now, this can also very much be a linked to Saturn energy. Now, we're ruled by Saturn. Saturn can sometimes be very unyielding, and we're in a mutable sign. We're in a time where there are 7 planets in mutable signs, and we need to embrace change, which can be very hard for us. And there can be a rigidity to us that's coming forward that says, oh no, it has to be like this. It has to be like this. And Spirit is saying here, instead of making this moon stressful by saying, oh no, it has to stay to this plan in this way, let yourself kind of go with the flow, Capricorn. I know it's not the Capricornian thing to do, or I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's not like Capricorn to let things flow. But what if we do? Like, what if we try it out? It might be really cool. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. So we have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. We have which is our sister sign. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the 5 of Pentacles. This is a hardworking time for us, but this is very much an intuitive time. So that's going to be really good. We need to be mindful of our emotions, excuse me, taking over, overpowering us, or us just completely ignoring them. It's either our emotions want to kind of run amok, or we're going to be like, it has to be logical, it has to be practical, or else why even do it? So just be aware of this. Now, let's talk a little bit about this moon. This new moon is in Sagittarius, and the effects will last until the winter solstice, which is at the beginning of Capricorn time period. So as we begin Capricorn time period, as we step into our own time period, we can feel a tremendous shift around our energy and ourselves and what we've been looking for and where we want to be. As always, a new moon is a time to set intentions. Now, the intentions that we set are going to be very much focused around newness, around stepping forward, because astrologically speaking, we're at 1 degree 37 of Sagittarius, and will be for the next 5 months. All new moons will be at 1 degree their sign. So there's this sense here of newness, of the power of new and the power of wonderment coming forward. Now, again, 7 planets are going to be in mutable signs. Now, the moon, the sun, Venus, and Mercury are all in the mutable sign of Sagittarius. Jupiter and Neptune are in the mutable sign of Pisces, and Mars is in Gemini. So this emphasizes the malleability of our world, and also the power we have to mold our own existence. We're taking back that power. It's in a very, I'm just seeing it very whimsically here, Capricorn, and some of us are going to have a bit of a hard time with that. Now, if you're much more of a whimsical Capricorn, I can feel you getting annoyed. It's like, no, I can be whimsical, I am whimsical, like, or artistic or creative, but there's always a plan to you. There's always a plan. It's not like you just sit down and start cutting fabric and say, oh, what's going to happen with these scraps, or what am I cutting and designing? It's like you plan for months. People might see things as being whimsical and spur of the moment, but the planning and your attention to detail is exquisite. It's exquisite. It's like everything is a work of art that you do, because everything has so much care going into it. Okay, that's what Spirit wants you to know here. What we're also seeing here is that this is a time where we are changing things. We are seeing things move forward in astounding ways. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is trying the sun and the moon and is stationary on the 23rd of November, on this day, which just magnifies all the visionary aspects of Jupiter. If you want a planet magnified, Jupiter is your planet. Okay? Jupiter, stationary, brings forward optimism and hope and energy and boundless horizons like nobody's business. It's like, my gosh, I can't believe this. Sagittarius is a visionary sign. Jupiter is the visionary planet behind that sign. And Sagittarius is linked to truth. In the law, it's linked to truth. Libra, in the law, linked to justice. But Jupiter, Sagittarius, linked to truth. Jupiter is also bringing that truth forward. This moon lets us see who we want to be, how we want to be, what we want to be by the end of this year. We're making some big decisions. People might not know it. We might not know it. But there's a switch that's being turned on. There's a shift that's happening. And it's like, I'm moving forward towards me. I'm embracing what I need, what I desire, what I want. It's time to look at what I want to create in my life. We're stepping out of the past, the bullying energy of the past, the bullying energy of fear, and we're stepping into the energy of ourselves. Do not let anybody else's opinions, anybody else's ideas, whether it be from people or media, any form of media, stand in your way. Because there's a lot of corruption of ideas going forward. There's this energy here, like not everything's going to be as clear. So looking at things to be like, oh, that makes sense. And looking at other things to be like, oh, that makes sense. But if we go off of our gut, if we go off of our instinct, if we go off our creativity, that's going to be something that really guides us true. That's going to be our North Star during this time. We need to take the reins and embrace our hearts. That's going to be it. Like, we need to take the reins, embrace our hearts, see what we love, see what we want, move forward in that energy, move forward in that expression, because it will open the door for us. It will guide us in a direction that's going to be surprising. Can our emotions get out of control? Yes. We can have a tendency either to be all emotional or kind of like very calculating and precise. We need the balance of the two. And that's going to be something that's a little bit tricky. Hard work pays off during this time. There's such a creative, cultivated, intuitive energy to you. Utilize it. Utilize it, utilize it, Capricorn. There is a sense of discovering and embracing. You are the brains behind it. There's such an energy to you here of like, you can be the calculator. You can be like the planner. You can be the person who sees everybody else's little bits and puts them all together. That's a really big talent, and that's one that you have. And you can also, during this time, see all your little bits, all your little talents and intrigues and desires, and putting them together in a way that makes something exquisite, because you're listening to your intuition. You're listening to your instinct. You have the world whispering to you. Okay? What's really, really cool. Now, Capricorn is ruled by the devil in the tarot. I always thought that was a bit rude. But if you look at the devil as the amalgamation of nature gods, then the devil is simply that which cannot be harnessed and cannot be fully understood, right? Nature will take over no matter what. It's kind of like the fall of civilizations thing where nature will take back what is rightfully theirs. So here, there is such an energy to you of that instinctual nature. That's why you can be so rigid at times. Like, that's why Capricorn can be so rigid, because that nature of just exploration and discovery and just the natural world comes forward. Tune into that nature of yours, because your instincts, your beauty, your creativity is going to be like, there's like a beacon to you during this time. It's like the veil is lifted from your eyes and you can see it's like the swirling of the cosmos. You can see the order in the chaos. You can see the pattern to it, and others can't. It can be astoundingly overwhelming if you're not ready for this. Then, that's perfectly okay. Don't think you have to be. But the veil is being lifted from your eyes, and you're going to be seeing the nature of things so much more openly and honestly than you really ever have. And it's going to move you from the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is feeling on the outside of wealth. There's always been something where you don't feel like you can quite tune into it. You can quite tap into it. This is going to be a time where the door starts to open. It's like you don't need to be on the outside anymore. You don't need to be barred away from the greatness that is here for you. Let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. I love that. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. The Chariot and the full moon in Scorpio. And it says, it's time to release negativity. It is. It's time to take the reins, embrace what you would love, and release the negativity. It's like, I don't need this anymore. I don't want it. I'm not having it. Looking into the void of this new moon has you embracing such determination, creativity, insight, ideas, has you cultivating your world. It's like all of a sudden you are inspired. There's pleasure. There's pleasure in you embracing your true nature, in you embracing the complex, simplicity of you, and just kind of following the deeper wisdom that is around you during this time, Capricorn, and that has always been around you. It's just like we're just learning how to tap into it. It brings us to a realization. It brings us to that realization. I'm not on the outside of wealth. I'm not being kept away from what is rightfully my innate, kind of like Akashic record, inheritance. I'm unlocking the door. I'm embracing the knowledge that moves me forward. I'm the key. I'm the key to so much. And what had made you feel like I'm on the outside, now you're starting to be like, oh, no. I'm blessed. And I'm beyond blessed. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And it's the Princess of Swords. We need to be mindful of people who are immature with their words and immature with their intentions. And we have to be mindful of that with ourselves as well. There's a wisdom to us and a knowing and a knowledge that needs to be embraced. Okay? But there's also somebody who around you who they say hurtful, hateful things just because they can. And they know they're doing it. They're well aware. The subconscious tarot energy is the Empress. We have the Emperor here to be mindful of. We have the Empress here. And that can really balance each other out, that subconsciously we have the Empress that can soothe the Emperor, that can embrace our own power, our own instincts, our own ideas. And there's a real sense of creative intention and beauty moving us forward. There's a real sense of, oh, this is where I need to be, isn't it? This is what I'm desiring. This is what I want. And this is what I'm going to birth forward in my world. There's a huge amount of creativity and potential to you. You might not be walking the same path as anybody else. Actually, this is a time to go off the beaten track and just do your own thing and see where it takes you. And just embrace you. Just discover. Our subconscious Luna message is the answers you need are coming. Discernment. Be discerning. Be discerning of the energy you're letting in. Be discerning of what you're, letting into your life, what you're taking on, who you're being with. Okay? Be discerning of that energy. The answers you need are coming. Things are falling into alignment. Okay? All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn. And may you have a blessed moon. God bless.